You are live. The floor is yours.
One thing that the second meeting of July 20th, 2022. Get the first order is to approve the minutes of the last meeting.
Make a motion that we approve the meeting, minutes of the last meeting.
Have a motion in a second, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed to that? That's the only issue, is personal property that be changed. Okay, that's where you get.
That's fine. Good. Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
We have one change on the digest, which is a motor vehicle. The owner's name is Bertram. It's a 2017 Toyota Avalon. We will recommend for reducing the vehicle from $5,525 to $3,700 due to condition and market value. That's it. 2007 Toyota Avalon, I'm sorry. And it's a 2021 tax year. That's the only change we did. Would you like a motion to approve that? Yes. I would have to get a motion to approve that.
Make this motion that we approve the item as described.
Second.
Motion is second, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We have one a big personal project, however, which is we would like the board to approve the issuing of a subpoena for the voting. It's a data center facility located at 375 Riverside Parkway. It contains 82 different accounts, and we have not seen any of the accounts. They will not let us gain access to get some emails, phone calls, and they told me that they will not let us in for privacy reasons. However, Georgia law states that we have the right to access based on OCGA code 48564.264.1, and we would unfortunately need to get a subpoena to exercise our right to gain access and see what actually is in the facility. The reason why is because of 82 accounts that we have in there. Of those 82 accounts, we have 25 accounts that are on estimated values and they have not been reported or seen since the facility opened in 2019.
What kind of equipment is this? Computer equipment?
It's a lot of service. One of the, and it ranges in valuation of internet placement. I say $24,000 to $60,000. So we did, and the account that we were missing don't have any actual sites in value zone or major corporations.
This has been going on 3 years.
Yes, sir.
And
With the subpoena, they'll be served with a subpoena, and that'll give them notice that at the time given that they have to set up the date. If they let us, yeah, that's if they honor this thing. If they don't, if they be held in and it's all right. We don't count what we did. Not yes. So that's before we send it to them, we want to get it.
I'm good to meet you. The motion to, any motion to approve sending this to the legal counsel for,
Yes, approve it. Yes,
and further action.
yes.
I would make a motion for that.
Motion to approve recommending a subpoena for vote as discussed and furtherance of legal counsel.
Second.
Okay, any further discussion?
Just a quick question.
Okay, Marty.
Just a quick question. Is there any additional legal representation that we would have as part of this or that we need to incorporate as far as any overhead or additional costs?
I don't think so. It's well, I take that back. Yes, it's a Texas corporation, so we get the process service test.
Okay. All right, thank you.
All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Motion. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, for homestead approvals, since the notices went out with denial of homestead, several people started coming in with their documentation to get their homestead approved. So we have 26 recommended approvals for homestead, and they range from S1, the basic homestead, to let's see if some of these others that we L5. L7, which is 65 to 64 years senior. We have an S5, which is veterans under 62. L8 and L9, 65 and older senior. And most of these were just the documentation needed to be provided. And there was one 152, 25, 55 due to an error. The homestead was taken off in error, so we put it back on for 2022. So just wanted to get those in.
I'm on after line 13.
Remove an error per mailing address change in the mailing. On real property, we have one agreement we recommend an approval of the appraisal value. It was a 2021 arbitration appeal. We recommend accepting of the acceptance of the certified appraisal that was submitted in 2021 for this appeal. The parcel number is 253518. The value will be reduced from $645,000 to $571,000 per the certified appraisal. And this is for the 2021 year only. And they have another value for this year. So we recommend approval of the certified appraisal. On real property 2022 appeals, we have 3 parcels that came in for an appeal, and he wanted to go directly to Superior Court. As you can see here, one is a house with 13 acres and the other 2 are vacant lots. The owner filed all 3 appeals directly to Superior Court based on value, uniformity, and exemption denial. In order to go directly to Superior Court, it requires consent of you all. And we recommend to place all 3 all 3 parcel appeals to the DOE to give the appraiser a chance to review all the appraisals in full. Let me give you a little information on all 3 of the parcels. All 3 of the parcels were on the 299C from 2019, so the value was frozen for the past 3 years. The homestead is on the main parcel, which is the house and the acreage, and the application for S5 for a veteran under 62 was applied for, but more documentation was needed. A letter was sent out on October the 1st, 2021, and November the 2nd, 2021. And both times the letter was returned undeliverable. So we need a little bit more documentation to make sure that the person is living in this particular property in order to grant the higher homestead and property investigate the S1 as it currently has. And the appeal again that was filed, we filed all 3 value, uniformity, and exemption on all 3 of the parcels. Of course, you cannot get exemption on the vacant lots. So we recommend that we give the appraiser some time to review everything that we have. And in order to do that, it really needs to go through the regular appeal process. So we recommend that we put all 3 of the
entertain a motion to approve these items as noted.
Make a motion that we approve the items as presented and recommended by staff.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. You don't have any more.
Good morning.
With the conservation use covenants, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, good. The first parcel is 56253 Detmery. He's in a timber covenant. There was a change of ownership, and it's just a vacant 20-acre tract. I recommend approve. The second one is parcel 628131 Rogers. It's a timber tract. It's just got a garage on 48 acres. It's a change in ownership. I recommend approve. The next one is parcel 1012552 Lather. It's an agricultural use wildlife habitat. It's a house of 56.88 acres. It was a change in ownership and they applied, so I recommend approve. The next one is 2472584. He's applied before. He was previously denied. It's a house and 3.23 acres. The first time he applied under timber. It's actually open land, so the board denied that based on that use. He's come back now, and he's applying for agricultural use on the house and 3.23 acres. You have me send a letter stating that this was a residential home site, and the board denied that first application. There's no set acreage for ag. All I have to say is that I recommend approve and let y'all make that final decision. He does have a tract behind this one that's 9 acres in Collin County. It's in a timber covenant. So that's just something else you might want to take into consideration. And then the last one is parcel 628133. The current owner is Martinez. It's a vacant 8-acre tract. This one we called in breach. It's a change in ownership, and we requested legal citizenship documentation from this owner, and he did not come through with that. And the owners listed below, Wilson, Rogers, and Nyland. These people will be involved in this breach also because they were owners from 2017. Nyland purchased it and sold it to Rogers in 2019, who sold it to Wilson in 2021, who sold it to Martinez. So when it's in a breach, we go back to the beginning of the covenant, which will affect all of these owners. So my recommendation is to call the breach and to notify all these owners. And that's all I have. And if you have any discussion, I could go over this.
So Leanne, just quick question on the last one. Are you saying that we approve it as a breach, or that we approve that this has been breached and that they should not receive the covenant?
Yes, it has been breached because the newest owner does not qualify, and so therefore I need to send them a 30-day notice of intent to breach. And it does give them 30 days to rectify, but in this case, there's no way for this owner to rectify this. So therefore, the breach goes back on all the previous owners also.
Okay.
He would have to show proof of citizenship.
Yes, to rectify, he would have to show proof of citizenship. And he came in to see me after I sent the letter, and he's not a legal citizen.
Okay.
So
I'm just curious, are they aware of the tax implications this will have?
involved has been made aware every time it transfers. And the current owner, we've spoken 3 or 4 times, trying to make sure that he understands.
Okay, correct.
I make a motion that we approve Cooper status.
Then vote in second, any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passed.
Good evening. And, good morning again.
Good morning.
Just want to update the board on where we are today. The digest files have been passed on to the Board of Commissioners. So they're currently with the Board of Commissioners. They're the ones that submit the digest. I must say, however, that we have gone live with Tyler, and there are some differences with the Windia digest files and the Tyler digest files. We went live with Tyler Technologies Monday of this week, and we have in-person support there here with us now, walking us through the problem. So we're just looking at clearing up some discrepancies before we can say 100% that we are comfortable with the digest, the files to be safe. So that's where we're at with the digest files, but it's still officially passed on to the Board of Commissioners. Like I said, we went live on Monday, so we are actually working in IS, but as of now, we are no longer working in commercial revaluation. Commercial properties, we engage Tyler Technologies to do a revaluation. It was incomplete. Most of the revaluation was 9% complete. However, the pictures and sketches have not been updated, so we are awaiting that. And our vendors, they did some issues also, and we caught most of it before passing the digest, but some before the notices went out, but some went out incorrectly, so we had to do some corrected notices. But it's done, and we're okay with the corrections as we speak. And Q Public, we also approved the online appeal process. Q Public is now live. We taxpayers can go online and they can see their notices, they can appeal their values, they can look at comparables, etc. So Q Public has we have gone live with Q Public as of last Thursday. So anyone and Adrian can take us through just a review of our website now. So you can take us from here, Adrian.
Okay.
That's our website, right?
Okay, good morning. First of all, I want to thank you, Sierra, for helping us get it all together. And this is our website on celebratedouglascounty.com. You go to the appraisal department here. And of course, it's going to go slow. And as you come to our site, as you know here, we have it big and bold that the 2022 assessment notices went out. The residential and personal property went out on the 24th with a deadline on August 8th. And the commercial and industrial properties went out July the 1st with a deadline to appeal of August 15th. You can click on the word appeal and you can go straight to an appeal form that you can fill out yourself, and you can have it printed, but this is not where you do the online. You can go, again, you can mail your appeal in, you can come in person and file it, or you can go to our online. You can go to our online appeals from the real property searches right here, or right here on the side, Real Property Search. And it'll take you to the Q Public site. And the best way to search is either through your address or your parcel ID number. And I have a sample here. I just type in garden. So I'm gonna just choose one. And as you can see, it gives a summary of the information about your property, the owner, the improvement information, any permits, the sales on the property, and it'll also give you the value history going back to 2019, where it was a vacant lot in 19, and then 20, and then it was new in 21, and what the value is now. At the bottom of the screen, you can click on your 22 assessment notice, and it will give you a duplicate copy of the notice that we mailed out. And as you can see here, this one was mailed out on the 24th with a deadline of August the 8th. We go back to our site. Well, let's go back to the Q Public, back to the top, and up here it has file and appeal. And this is where you would start your appeal. I'm not going to start one here because I'll be starting one on this particular site. But you set up an email address and an account, and it'll take you through the process and the steps of the appeal. And as you're going through the process, it'll even have you click on some comparables. It'll search for some in your neighborhood, and you choose which ones are most compatible to your home. And you can also apply that to your appeal and submit it right here online. You can do sales searches at the top. You can put in dates. As you know, let me get that in right. We do the year before, so you'll be looking for sales. Get this right. There we go. You'll be looking for sales in the year 2021, and you can do it by your neighborhood. This neighborhood is 2304. And this one right here pulled up 10 results of sales in the neighborhood, with sales ranging from, it looks like $295 all the way up to $420. So these sales would show that we're probably pretty much in the ballpark with the value of this particular property. You can also click on the map top. And it would zoom into the neighborhood of where Garden Hills is located. And you have a few layers that'll show sales in the area. And this is a pretty new section, so it appears to be quite a bit of sales in that particular neighborhood. Let's see. Let's go to personal property. I'm just going to throw in Lowe's real quick. What we get, let's see, Lowe's of Douglasville. And the same thing, it's not as much information because it's not a real property, but you can also see the assessment notice that was sent out for Lowe's. It was sent out on the 24th with a deadline to appeal of the 8th. They can also appeal online at the top, and it'll take them through the same process as real property, but it doesn't do sales search as you would with a real property. This particular property is also linked to the real property, so we can click on here and it'll take us to the commercial property that is linked with this particular real property. And this is the Lowe's real, where their value has increased some over the years. And also at the bottom again is a copy of the assessment notice that was sent out July the 1st with a deadline of 8/15. So, and they can also appeal right up here at the top through the same process. And there are some other things that they can search for on the top, different comps, the sales, and the map. And they can just kind of play around with our website. And again, if they have any questions, they can give us a call. Any questions about this Q Public or our website?
You know, way back in the day, you had to pay for stuff like this. This is great. How are we letting people, the general public, know about this?
From my understanding that it has been posted, I'm not sure, Sierra, if you all have posted it out in the media. I know that Phyllis posted it on the Twitter account. I'm not sure if she put it on Facebook or not, but it is on our website. And I'm not sure where else it is right now. I'm gonna let Sierra speak.
Most likely, if she posted it on the Twitter account, it's going to be on all of our social media platforms. But what I'll do is I'll go through and confirm that for you all.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
That was a great question.
Has anyone
Mm-hmm.
done an appeal online yet?
No, today we have.
As you know, a lot of people have been emailing appeals in, and I direct them to our website to do it online, but no one has done it online yet. We have done a sample to make sure that everything was up and running, and it is up and running. Probably won't get that many this year until it gets closer to the deadline, and they call in trying to do one, so we'll direct them to the website. Mm-hmm.
Quick question. So is there a way we can also pull just how many hits we're getting to the site since it's gone live?
Yes.
That I don't know.
You won't be able to, but we will get a report. We get a report from Q-Public. It will give us all the hits, all the partially complete application submittals. We get a comprehensive report. So we will have a report, and I can share it with the board.
That's great. Yeah. You know, to Herschel's point there, as we broadcast it and really socialize it and brand this, I think this is a great, tool to market what the Board of Assessors are doing. So any way we can promote this and get this out in the public view.
It will be, I know our communications department, they're on it, and I know they had initially set up an interview with one of our members to videotape an interview and to say what's happening here, and we were waiting to launch to public before the interview. So that will still happen, and it will be on I'm sure Phyllis will have it on our DCP TV, etc., etc. But it will be out there. Communications is on it, and they're making sure that what needs to go out there will be out there.
Great. That's great. I guess the only question I have, and again, just being in IT, is any type of, I'm sure we do, we have safeguards to protect any type of hacking or concerns with PII getting out there. And I'm sure that, I guess, our network security team has already looked at that and has given us some safety measures in place for that not to occur.
Yeah, and just so you know, they just completed the upgrade of our firewalls. So we're among the safest and the best of government services firewalls as we speak. That was done last week, Friday night.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
So that's it from me, from my end and our team. And welcome. Thank you as a board for moving this. We're part of the 21st century company stuff. Welcome. And that's all I'm proud to be a part of. We have a forward-thinking board.
Best in class.
Set a date for next meeting?
That's all we have.
Tonight, we do it for me. If it's good for everybody else. That's not too long.
Yeah.
Tonight, good?
Yeah.
Tonight, 9 o'clock.
All right, 9 works for me as well.
No further business, I will entertain a motion to close the meeting. Motion and second, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Meeting is now adjourned. Chair.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.